Cancer. I have cancer. This is insane. I'm just 40. I don't want to die. What am I saying? People don't want to die at 70 either. How long do I have left? Veronica's head was flooded with thoughts. She had accidentally felt a lump in her breast a month prior in the shower. She saw the doctor, got tests, and now got her cancer diagnosis. It was a malignant tumor that had metastasized to the lymph glands. And when she went to the doctor, Veronica felt amazing and had no pain. She hadn't lost weight and her face had a healthy color. But it was temporary and would soon change. She couldn't decide if she should get the surgery and further procedures later or just live with the time she had left. What if the surgical intervention and chemotherapy didn't provide the desired results? Then she'd live her life in pain, so maybe it would be better to just enjoy her remaining time. I don't know. Do what you want. It's your health and your life, Veronica's husband Andrew said indifferently. She didn't really expect anything different from him. She looked at him and didn't understand how she could have lived so long with this person. With this amoeba. With this man who only lay on the couch and only got up to eat, go to the bathroom, and shower infrequently. He hadn't worked for many years, and if he got a job at Veronica's insistence, he was quickly fired. No one needs an irresponsible sloth who thinks he's right. You know I'm going to die soon. Who's going to pay for you? Who will support you? She screamed, upset. Andrew managed to turn his head and said apathetically, You won't. People like you don't die. Veronica had tried to end this toxic relationship many times, but their daughter always got involved. She felt bad for her dad, and Veronica stayed. She suddenly thought that she'd die next to this waste of air who she absolutely did not care about. I'm done. I always put my life off for the future, and now I don't have much time left. Maybe I'll live the rest of my life the way I want to and do something for myself, she thought decisively. She went up to her husband, who was on the couch in front of the TV, and pushed him off the couch. Get your stuff and get out of my house, she yelled. Andrew was confused and asked, You say you're sick, but sick people don't act like this. I'm going to call Erica. Call whoever you want. No one will help you, she said rudely. Her phone rang after a few minutes. It was her daughter. Wow, he went and complained, she sighed and answered. Erica pleaded pity and spoke of the 20 years her parents had been together. Veronica talked to her like she had never done before. She made it clear that it was her final decision, that she had put up with her father for many years. She called him a parasite, and she was done with him. You can come get him and help him move in with his mom, she said at the end. Erica came 30 minutes later. She wanted to keep talking to her mom, but saw her face and realized it was pointless. What's happening to you? She screamed. But Veronica made it clear she wasn't planning to justify herself or prove anything. When Andrew and Erica had finally left, she sat on the couch that her husband was always on and sighed, a sigh of relief. Sometime later, there was a knock at the door. When she opened it, she saw Erica crying, who said, Mom, is it true? Dad said you have... Yes, sweetie, I have cancer. I want to live and I'm scared. They talked for a long time. Veronica shared her doubts about getting surgery and chemo or not, and just living out her final days. Erica didn't want to hear anything like that and begged her mom to get to treatment. You should fight and do anything you can, even if it's a tiny chance of success. It was Veronica's last working day before her vacation where she'd be in the hospital. She hadn't told anyone she was sick. After signing papers with her boss, Veronica was getting ready to quit when she stopped and thought, To the fullest. I have nothing to lose after all. Mr. Foster, she said to her boss. He raised his head and looked at her carefully. I've been working for you for many years, and you've never complained about me. But in the whole department, I make less than everyone else. She expected her boss to suggest quitting if she didn't like something. She had seen that before with other employees here, so she was afraid of asking. Mr. Foster was an unbalanced man and wasn't particularly close with anyone. I thought that since you never asked, you were fine with your salary, he responded calmly. No, I'm not. I would like a 25% raise. I've earned it after my many years of irreproachable work. Veronica couldn't believe she had said it. He thought and said, You really have been working here for a long time, and your work has never caused any issues. You're a valued employee, so I agree to the 25% raise. Enjoy your vacation, and we'll be looking forward to your return. Veronica left in a flurry. To take my life into my own hands and be happy, I needed to be told I was dying first, she thought inside. There was a party at the office today because they had signed a big contract, and Veronica decided to stay. When the party ended, she asked Nathan, her department's manager, to take her home. She had always liked Nathan, but never showed any affection to other men and never had asked anything like this before. Nathan was surprised, but said yes. When they got to her house, instead of just saying thank you and goodbye, Veronica did another unusual thing. She threw her arms around his neck and kissed him. She had fantasized about this, and it was unimaginable just a week ago, but today she did it without thinking of the consequences. He didn't push her away, but kissed back. Maybe from surprise or another reason. No Andrew, a raise, and now this kiss with Nathan? Thinking about him always made bumps run along her skin. I would be so happy right now if it weren't for the cancer, she thought while gathering what she thought she needed at the hospital. She had surgery this week. A phone call interrupted her thoughts. It was Nathan. "Hi, how are you? Are you all right?" he asked shyly. "Yes, of course. Why do you ask?" "You know that kiss?" "I think something happened. You aren't acting like yourself. I thought you might need help. You just have to ask." "No, I'm all right, but thank you for worrying about me." She used all her strength to make her voice sound happy and carefree. He said something else after, but she didn't hear it. She thought that she might not ever hear or see him again. She wanted to scream. "Veronica, wake up," the doctor said. She came to a bit later. The nurses were rushing around turning on equipment. "Wonderful. The surgery was a success. When you're fully conscious, I'll come back and we'll discuss the details. You can rest for now," he said and left. A few months passed. The surgery and chemo were in the past. It wasn't easy, but Veronica made it through. Her oncologist was very happy with the latest results. It wasn't the end, but everything was going according to plan. Veronica was hopefully looking at the future and truly hoping it would be there. She also got a divorce from Andrew. She had to listen to many people talk her out of it, as well as insults from his mother, but Veronica didn't give in. She realized that his mother was angry, but this 40-year-old potato was not living in her home, and this elderly woman had to support her adult son who didn't plan on changing anything. "Wake up, Mommy," Veronica heard her son say. She opened her eyes, stretched, then hugged and kissed her little blonde 4-year-old daughter. Nathan walked in. He was holding a bouquet of her favorite flowers. "Happy Mother's Day, dear." "Daddy, those are pretty," the girl screamed and sat on his knees. He hugged Veronica and the girl tight and said, "My favorite girls." Veronica didn't know what would come next, but she knew that even if her life wouldn't be long, it would be happy.